Welcome back to Case Closed Anime Review, episode number 81. Yeah, I'm doing basically anime regular episode thing, even though I say this for the anime itself. But I figured though, I want to continue this thing, despite the fact the studio puts the series on hiatus. Yeah, Case Closed on hiatus, probably because of the pandemic. So I'll just basically continue the regular anime review series, just reviewing the manga. And we have two new chapters. First up, it is part 3 of this case, which is called Light. This is chapter 1053. The chapter's cover image is basically Conan just walking along a ditch. Makes it, and we pick up where the last chapter left off, where we see Amuro, his subordinate, Kobayashi, Amy, and Mitch in the basement with the suicide, with the guy, with the dead guy, and they pretty much recap basically what happened in the last couple chapters about the meteorite. Basically, it's all about the fact they all came here for a meteorite. They mention about the big hole in the wall, and they figure out exactly how to figure out exactly what happened here. So they basically bring up the guys that were on the bus with them on the way to Chincoop. So they find out they find the trapdoor where they're in. So, and of course Anita finds them, no problem. He's like, we stuck into the office. There's a large, sturdy looking padlock on it. I don't think we ever opened it. What about a phone? Is one over there? I think we saw 2 or 3 while we're taking it. Let me check. Yep. There's obviously none in the storage room, which leads to the basement. There are 3 adjacent on the desk. They're all on commission. So yeah, they probably were demolished. So, and basically Emily looks around with the fact that, well, papers on the floor, and George is like, let's turn the lights on. I'm like, no, don't turn the lights on. And we'll be with the guys watching somewhere, turn the lights on. Hmm? It's like, and they go looking for it. So they come to a genius way. They close the curtains, and they use the watch to light up a milk bottle. Yes, a milk bottle of milk. Puts the milk into the water. Looks gross. Good shake. Here, drink the. If you put it with a pet bottle with a wristwatch light, becomes simply so like a lantern. Interesting. That's a fair bit brighter. I can see better. And Amar was like, it's a tidal effect. Yeah. On which this a chemical occurred due to the characteristic light. The LIGO's mixture. Basically, a scientific explanation of what it is. Is the elementary school curriculum that advanced nowadays? Yes, well, I never taught that. Yeah, that's probably high school science. I had to look at all the papers, and there's a spilt highlighter. Yep. Which kind of proves the theory that the guys wearing hiking boots, there was a schemer. Yeah, they would they find the meteorite they're looking for underneath the desk. And that it's not a meteorite, it's actually a fake. Meteorites have higher iron carbonate than terrestrial rocks. They're generally attracted by magnets, but the stone looks like a picture of the pillow of something stone on the floor. Confirm must be a fake. Palestine is a type of stone meteorite. There's no way magnet reacts to that. I basically brings out, oh, so that's why 3 men on the bus. Put magnets with them. You saw with magnets? Yeah, we got the bus. I heard him, her clicking sound. I turned around and looked. They have magnets. Each of the magnets hanging in the backpacks. Magnets out together making me laugh. If looking for a meteorite, it makes sense. They have magnet on them. Look close to the core is faded in several parts of the stone. These stone painted to resemble, yeah, fake meteorite. But who? Yep, there's a lot of magnets in this. What's the point of having? Could it be someone swiped with the real one? Yeah, it's the come with the schemer. Yep. So they can figure out who it is. And the fact that he killed, like, when he takes advantage of the schemer who drove his brother to suicide. Let's figure out the plan to meet right there. And they proceed, and they see three guys walking about, like four lights moving the forest. They all three of them. They're ready blue oil markers, and Scott's over there. Their markers pen on the stand at the desk. They're safe in the drawer. What are you planning to do with those things? I'm going to have you create a magical light that will shine the light upon the culprit who drove the farm owner to suicide. Interesting. So yeah, now who is the schemer? Who it is basically is quite interesting. So they take the two pens, tape onto the wrist, draw with the wristwatch, draw a marker on it, and well, then Anita decides to go out, look for the guys with I think her name is Rini. I think her name is. She's Kobayashi's assistant. It's a teacher. Wazakaki, yes. So, yeah, and she proceeds to look back. What's going on there? And there, of course, the guys are still locked in the basement. Semper, you did. Feels like I met her before. Yeah, that girl, Hybera. It feels like I met her before. You did. Remember the time you helped us? We were trapped inside a refrigerated truck? She was also there that time. So you seem like a shy one. Always obscure eyes with her, I guess. Is that true, Conan? Yeah, that Iwasaki is bringing those three meteorite hunters to place the bomb was set to kill them. So they find the bombs, and of course they run into Anita, and say, "Oh my, the grown-up! It's the grown-up we met this afternoon." Alright, what? I came to give this to you, mister. A badge. And Cora speaks to the guy. You want revenge to take on the person who schemed your brother out of the meteorite, didn't you? He's like, what? I'm one of those kids you locked in the basement this afternoon. Then, you shouldn't be. Should you still be in the basement? It's alright. You can see it all from there, right? We've already escaped and called police. Damn. Genta, it worked. Looks like eating a smoothie. So I like you talked about something. Who deceived your brother before the police arrived. What? Once the police arrive, you'll be captured and the scheme will get away scot-free, you know. If you don't want to miss your chance, surely. Right. I don't know who he is. Do you remember the crushed highlighter and ink-stained footprints in the farm office? Yeah. They were probably left by the one who schemed your brother out of the meteorite. Which means there's a highlighter ink residue on their souls. If you shine the black light my friend brought, it will glow. Also water. We need some water. Anybody else need water? Make everything clear. Give him to kneel down. There's the stones down there. And never see each other's shoes. So it was you. What? Let me go, me. Damn. I thought your smartphone was a detonator. Looks like you're holding it so you can detonate the bombs anytime. But with this, you no longer use the bombs. What? I guess the beam div now to know that. That he's the one who swindled my brother out of the meteorite from his feet. What? The highlight ink in your souls from your argument with my brother is proof. So, my brother must have said that he was going to sell the meteorite to rebuild the farm, but you stepped all over his dreams. I'm sorry, I returned the meteorite. You kidding me? My brother's already killed himself. No way. Yep, it turns out the old man basically was not an old man, which is a guy wearing a fake beard. Just we all said you knew my brother. There, get your hands off me. I was an inter high box champion 20 years ago. Punch. And he's knocking about. Too bad I was pro kickboxer. I quit because the weight program was too demanding. Geez, you can disguise yourself. The schemers like you give us meteor hunters a bad name. Your foul mouth doesn't help either. Oh, shut up. Yeah, it tells them to be quiet. So, well, now you're gonna tell the police to confess everything. I'll be right beside to make sure you don't get you don't get out of it. Oh, he's like, all right. And then the police arrive, and well, they proceed to let everybody out. And then, of course, well, then a badge is flicked down there. Something fell. Click, click, and then, bam! Amuro's back to the basement, and he battles somebody. It looks like a Snooki. The one's here. Amuro. And apparently he wakes up. Looked like he was knocked out. Oh, you're awake. Finally up. I thought you were dead. Looks like you missed a step where you hugged stuff out there. Sorry, I lost my grip and that was a trap door. Or light. I missed a step of the stairs? So was that an illusion? Or... Let's go. Okay. The truth surrounding in darkness. Remy, the rum candidate. It's not something underestimated. And of course, we do see that apparently she has the badge in her back pocket. Of course, we have to have a close of her butt, because of course we do. Of course, she's a smoking hot woman too. She's only 38, but she's hot. And she's older than the person she's assistant to, which I thought that's quite strange. Yeah. 2 good chapters. Wraps up the story quite nicely. I do think the whole meteorite thing is quite dumb. It's surprising that we don't have an actual murderer. We just have a schemer. Like, okay, and it's not Conan knocking out somebody or using somebody using, like, he's not knocking out, like, Richard Moore. He just basically convinces the brother of the dead guy to basically figure out who the schemer is. It was the old man who was not really an old man, just a guy in disguise. Like, okay, that's interesting. This was an okay case. It wasn't right home about with the series, but it did reveal something about Watsky, where basically Amuro had first encounter with her, which I thought that was interesting. Yes, because prior to this case, Amuro has never met Conan's teachers before. Nope, never have. The police have frequently teamed up with her. I'm surprised that they didn't have Kobayashi's boyfriend come here too. And this is by far the first case in quite a while where basically McGuire or any of the regular police detectives did not show up here. Just Amuro. You know he's a public security officer, even though he works undercover as a double agent, basically working for the Black Organization, and he works for a cafe, which is named after the Parrot, which is named after a case from Agatha Christie. Yeah, despite that, it's like, wow, it's like, I like the fact when some characters like him meet the other characters in the series. Now, in the case of Kobayashi, she's around for quite some time. She's been around since, like, the second year of the series, of the manga. She's around for the second year. Yeah, she debuted, like, I think it was like 100 and something. I mean, she debuted in the anime just after episode 100. Yeah. But in the case of Washu, she's not around very long. She's only just a recent character. She's probably the most recent new character introduced who's been a recurring character in the series. Yeah, she only made her debut, I think it was just it was actually just a few years ago. Yeah, she's not around very long. So, I mean, Amuro makes sense. Though, I'm hoping to see a return for Masami Sarah. Yes, I'm hoping to see a return, even though she was just featured in the previous case. I like to see it come because I like this character. But who knows? They didn't say exactly when the next chapter is going to come out, though, in the end of this one. No, they said the next issue, Zero's Tea Time. Yep, that's what the next chapter is, Zero's Tea Time. I, of course, have not read the Zero Tea Time manga. Maybe that's when the next chapter comes released, but no, this is not the end of the series. Not by a long shot. There's plenty of stuff they can do for this series, but yeah. It might be a month before the next chapter comes up, but who knows? But this case was just okay at best. I like the last case, which I thought was quite interesting. This one was... The case was not interesting to me at all. It was mostly the characters a lot more interesting than the actual case itself. I mean, Amuro and Conan basically work well together. In this case. And it's not the first time they've actually done it, where they've actually had to work together to solve a case. But this is the first time in the series they've actually had actual suicide. Not like a suicide cover for a murder. but an actual suicide. Okay. I thought that was different. I don't think they've ever done that before that I could think of. But actually, this is actually the first. There was one case that did have to confirm it was suicide. This one was basically, they thought it was murder based upon the way it was. And they did confirm that, yep, he did commit suicide. Yep. I mean, at first that was murder, but it was actually suicide. So, yeah, they figured who the schemer was. Okay, who had nothing to do, who basically had something to do with the guy's death, basically drove him to suicide. Yep. And I like the fact that a couple of the characters revealed they were actually fighters. Like one was a boxer, the other was basically a kickboxer, who had to quit because the weight program was basically too much for him. Yeah. Otherwise, that's really it for this particular review. My next one would be another part of How Not to Save a Demon Lord, and hopefully I get a chance to review for the newest episode, Boruto. Yes, they finally released a new episode of this series after about 3 weeks since the last episode came out. Yeah, that's quite something, but I'll find out exactly I'll get my thoughts on one later on today, okay? See you in the next video. Bye.